Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Weedle, and today I have Lakeville for you. And the first thing that you have to wonder when you enter Lakeville is, where do you go in Lakeville? Well, let's break this down and let you get into my head, at least how I decide where I'm going in Lakeville. Now, as a general rule, I go where I think the enemy HP pool is going, and it's that simple. Um, Heavy tanks, medium tanks, they can play either side. It's actually the nicest part of Lakeville is it doesn't have a heavy lane and an ideal medium lane. They can both go to either side. There's this middle road right up here in the middle. I don't really recommend going there early in the game. I don't think it's that good. There's a lot of angles that people have on you from town. If you get spotted, you can die very easily, and there's not a lot of cover. So, uh, my tip, just don't go there early in the game. Sometimes as the game progresses, it is the right play, but rarely do I think it's the go-to position right off the bat. Um, as for which way it goes, just as an example, if they have a Type 5 Heavy, a Mouse, and an E100, I believe that is going to town. That's 9,000 HP. I'm going town to farm that. If I think they're going to have a lot of tanks in Valley, and I may go Valley. But the next thing you got to ask yourself is, where does my tank fight well at? If I'm in a Mouse, I'm probably not going Valley. However, today, I'm in an IS-7. And the question I got to ask is, does the IS-7 have enough gun depression to fight in Valley? Well, let's find out. And see how I do, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, as I'm going over here, looking at their team, my first thought is they have a Super Conch, an ST2, a VZ55. Those three heavies can certainly fight the Valley, so I think there's going to be enough HP pull over here. The E3 would be an excellent tank to take to the Valley. Um, in fact, when I'm going up here, I actually think I could be at a disadvantage, but I'm going to make it work. Now, I do want to talk about the entrance of coming into the Valley here. So, there's three ways to get up to this position. You can go around here to the right, you can drive straight over this, or you can go around the right side like I did. I don't recommend this way right here. If a tank is fast enough and they can get into this position or right behind this side of the rock, they have shots on you right here as you drive up. This and around the here is much safer and is the route I would recommend taking. Now real quick, I'm going to approach this rock. Now, this rock here provides you reasonable cover from Artie, which likes to sit straight across. And this goes from either side. You know, we all know Artie, there's ours sitting right there, and they'll have shots much easier anything right here than this rock blocking their shot. Also, if you notice, this rock has like a small outcropping right here. That'll allow you to kind of stay hold down, at least as much as possible. And we can use the terrain because the IS-7, I know this is going to be a surprise, it doesn't have great gun depression. But as long as I can stay up high and use the terrain, because it is at a slope, I can actually shoot down on tanks that are entering over here. And let's see how that works. So I pull up, immediately see my first victim, 539 roll. Pretty nice. The Super Conch, I noticed immediately, is not where I thought he would be. He is actually playing back here. And while this does provide him with excellent cover, it kind of hurts his team. He missed an opportunity to farm a lot of damage in this match, and that's why I don't recommend playing back there. We'll see how this progresses, but his team will probably suffer greatly for this. At least if I have anything to do with it. And right here, this guy tries to readjust, put another round in. He's going to decide he wants to get out of that position. He does not want to fight me at this corner. I do not blame him. I've already put 2 rounds in. And now I'm going to try to wiggle my way over here to the right. And as you see, I'm trying to just wiggle slowly and keep my the lower plate of my tank kind of behind this rock so I don't really receive damage, but hopefully can throw some at him. Now, the IS-7, I believe only has about 311 pins, so this is going to be a very difficult tank to take down, at least in the position that he's in. But the IS-7's armor profile, so around the gun, there's a ring that I can certainly pin if I can hit it. Obviously below the gun mantlet, and around the edges of the gun mantlet, you can pin if you got about 320 pin, 325, something like that. You can pin around that too. I would have to high roll on a pin round to get one in, but I'm going to keep throwing rounds at him and hope something goes in. It's all I can really hope for. Uh, See the 705 come through. Get a round just loaded just in time to get a round off. I got a track as well. I was not really planning to, wasn't trying to track him, but that's the way it worked out. Now, the 705, it's really time to see if he's going to play the game or not, and he decides he wants to try to get some damage in. I get another track in. This time he's perma-tracked, can't go anywhere, and farmed out. I can say he did not have a good game. Now this super conk. My gosh. Rarely do I see a super conk play this conservative. But let's talk about this mistake. Look where my teammates are able to play. Like, they have moved up in this position right here. Had he just at the start moved up into here, he'd either be farming these guys out or pushed them around, back down around this hill. He had the potential to do so much, but obviously, his positioning was just wrong in this match. You got to get up here and put the damage in. That is what it is all about: aggression, aggression, aggression. And if you want big games and you want them consistently, you got to push forward. So I start getting antsy right here because if you've seen my videos, I do not like sitting in one position. I do see that he's moving, so I'm kind of trying to wiggle my tank into a slightly different position to get a. Again, I don't want to receive damage. I want to dish it out, so I'm just trying to use my armor profile to the best of my ability. See if I can't get some. I thought I might have something there, but no. Now, the Super Conk, obviously that his cupola can be pinned, but when he's using his gun depression like he is, very unlikely that I'm able to pin it with a APCR round. Might could with heat, but again, IS-7 not known for having great penetration. But yeah. Alright, so let's talk about my position here. I'm kind of just wiggling my way up here. Now, here, because I can put my tank at a slightly higher elevation, but because the terrain is slanted, I'm going to have more gun depression going down, looking this way than I would if I was right here necessarily. So I'll be able to maybe shoot down on his tank and give me a better chance of pinning depending on where he's playing. At least that's what I was hoping for. The only thing I'm actually worried about here, other than Artie could obviously shoot me, but Artie doesn't hit that hard these days, so it's not something I usually play hiding from. I just take it as part of the consequences of being in a good position to dish out damage. If I have to take a few Artie rounds, if I take an Artie shot for 400, but I farmed 1,000 because of that position, I consider that a win. Right here, so this is that angle. So he's allowed me to basically get up, and he finally decided to make a play. And of course he goes to an easy position. This was way too late in the game for him to do this, but he's made it really easy to farm out because now I can shoot down on his cupola. Wouldn't normally be able to do that in IS-7, you wouldn't think, because the gun depression, but using the terrain to my advantage, I'm able to farm him out right here. Like I said, I was pretty confident. There's the Artie. Look at that, 63 damage. Nice high roll from the Hori, though. And if you haven't played the Hori, I highly recommend going up and playing that line. It will certainly get nerfed at some point in the future. Very good tank destroyer. But if you want to play it in like a pre-nerf state, now's the time to do it. Nice ammo rack by the 60 TP. Now let's talk about this Hori for a moment. Because he actually plays this really well, and I give credit where credit's due, especially when I see good play on maps. He is in fines. I believe he's anonymized in this battle, but I looked him up after the battle. He's in fines, which is one of the best clans in North America. Look at that. Spotted the Artie. Finish him off. Sometimes I swear if I could just kill the Artie in just every match, I would be happy, at least for a match or two. For all the grief that they give me. So right here, I'm being a little patient. The Progetto is pushing around, and my thought was is maybe it had a couple of tanks relocate back here to try to receive our push. It becomes very obvious pretty quickly to me that they're not there because they're not shooting the Progetto. So I feel confident. I'm going to come around. Now let's talk about what the Hori's doing here. So what he did is he set up this corner to shoot this as we came around. So he put a shot in. Now he's going to back up again. And because there's a distance gap that we have to close, he'll be reloaded by the time we get up to this corner, which is going to allow him to put another shot in. He gets basically 3 extra shots in the game because of him relocating. Um, well played on his part. Uh, just goes ahead, puts another round in. And I'm trying to get back into firing position before I want to be in firing position right as I reload. Pretty close in this one. Gets another round, fires another round. I decide, you know what? I'm gonna just push forward, try to get to his side. He tries to block me. I ended up finishing him off anyways. Somehow I got ram damage there. I don't know, but I got the kill. Uh, there's the 62A. Now, right here, I thought Hocus would be able to finish him off, so I kind of just ignored the T62A. Probably would have been nice if I would have helped Hocus out, but did not realize he didn't have rounds in. Trying to put a shot in this ST2, just didn't have the RNG roll to do it. And there's the 62A, kind of making me punished for thinking that he would be dead. I wonder if he's going to poke out again. Keep an eye. ST2 is backing up, got a nice side shot, put the round in. Now, there's 2 tanks left. On the map, I noticed that the E3 is in this C8 line. So I can pretty much be safe behind this rock. I don't have to worry about him putting a round into me. I have the HP to take a hit, but, don't want to just give it up for no reason. So, here, there's a few things I probably could have done. If I'd have drove up to like here, I would have had a shot, but I honestly thought he was going to back up right here because I saw that movement backwards, and he just doesn't give it to me. So I end up not getting any extra damage in this game, unfortunately. But aside from that, it's a 6,000 damage game in an IS-7 on Lakeville where I went Valley, showing you that, yes, you can take a tank that doesn't have great gun depression in Valley and make it work. Again, if you want to be successful on this map, ask yourself, where's the enemy HP pool going? And that's the direction you go. And don't be intimidated if you don't think you have the ideal tank to fight over here. You don't need to be in a Cranvong. You don't need to be in a Super Conk to make it work. Having a little bit of armor is a definite plus, though. I did see a Leopard 1 go to the Valley once. That didn't actually work out too well for him, but I've had great success, and my 140, my 907, STB, those all can go to the Valley and do just fine. So don't be intimidated if you're in a medium. You just got to play smart and use the terrain and the cover to your best advantage and get in the shots that you can. But that is it for the video. If you liked it, subscribe, for more content, and keep tanking, and hope to see y'all in some matches.